Okay, good morning, everybody. My name is Sam Johnstone, and I run a virtual assistant agency, and we give business owners back their time by pairing them up with the ideal virtual assistant. Now, I've been helping people with their email marketing for quite a few years now. Started out just doing them for other people, then started helping people by actually running training sessions and workshops. Don't do that so much anymore, but I do a lot of email marketing. So we've already established that quite a few of you do buy from emails, and I'm pretty sure that probably everybody who said, no, I don't, has actually done that at one point. Anyway, if you do email marketing, there are lots of things you can do to make sure your email gets opened. If it doesn't get opened, you've just got no hope in hell of it going anywhere. So these are all the things I'm going to try and whiz through in 10 minutes. So you've got 3 opportunities to get your email opened. The first opportunity is making sure that it's clearly from you. So whatever software you're using, it will enable you to personalize your, put your name in properly and make sure your address is clear. So be very clear about who it's from. Then you've got your subject line. That is absolutely key, and I'm going to go into that in more detail in a minute. And then you've got your preview text. If those things are all clear and doing the right thing, then those are your opportunities to get your email opened. So the subject line has the power to make or break a campaign. We all do stuff because there's something in it for us, and emails are no exception. So when you go through your email box, you'll scan through, something will stand out because it resonates with you for whatever reason. So that's my first tip, is make sure your subject line is a strong and it's a good one. Oh, I can't see what I've written up there. Let me move this. There we go. So things to do and not to do on your subject lines. Don't make ridiculous earning claims. Don't use manipulative words that create unnecessary urgency. Don't use capitals. Lots of people do, but actually capitals is shouting, and nobody wants to be shouted at. And don't use excessive punctuation. I see so many times people using lots and lots of exclamation marks, but that just looks like you're having a row. So don't do that. Do personalize it. So where you can add somebody's name. I don't know about you, but I'm always drawn to my name when it pops up in my email list. Use emojis if it's appropriate for your business. If it's not, then don't, but they do stand out. Be honest, be funny, ask questions, create intrigue, hint at the solution that you're offering in your email. And if you're not sure, ask somebody else what they think about your subject line and read it back and see how it makes you feel if you were your customer. So a couple of examples of good subject lines. Save your skin with up to 40% off. This one, handbags. To answer my own question, I buy handbags. There's a company that I signed up to, leather bags, and I'm a sucker for it. I bought all sorts. So when their email pops in, it's always the same, tells me who it's from, what the offer is, and I'm in there. A bit like Bee with her shoes. I've had some amazing bargains that way. Bad subject lines are things that just don't do anything. Our latest newsletter, great news, it's Friday, that type of thing. It's just plain boring, and no one's going to want to open it. I'm trying to move everybody's pictures around. Is there any way I can just not have them up? Because does anybody know? I'll just keep moving them. Okay, so this is a quick screenshot of my inbox yesterday. And look, there's the first one, the handbags. There's where we are today. There's an example of a question. There's an emoji. A lot of these are just standing out. So have a look at yours if you're not sure, and see what stands out for you. Planning is everything. So before you sit down and try and type up your email, plan it beforehand. Sit down with a piece of paper, it's the best way. Plan your content, decide what you want to achieve from it. That is absolutely key. Whether it's a sale, whether you want to increase your website views, whether you've got a free download or you want to promote an event, just make sure you're clear about that. Think about the problems you solve, what you're offering people. If you are selling stuff, unless it's, you're purely product based, and that's different, then don't make it all about the sale. Make sure that you're offering some sort of value and maybe using emotion to because we all buy for various reasons, but emotion is one of them. Your aim is to build trust with your readers. So you want to be offering them something of value to showcase your skills, your experience, and so on. And try and tailor the content about the reader, not about you. And write to one person. Although you're probably writing to hundreds of people, actually, when you're writing the email, you're writing to one person, as if you're writing a personal letter. That's really, really important. So planning to fail. Failing to plan is planning to fail. Oh, it's around. A lot of people tell me they're stuck for content when they decide to send out emails. So here's just a few ideas that can help you if you are a bit stuck. If you write blogs, then just share your latest blog once a month. You can do how-to guides, you can record video tutorials. You could maybe set, if you write monthly blogs, you could send out quarterly emails with a roundup of some of the blogs. So that's 4 emails sorted already in advance. New product announcements, events, promotion, sales, case studies, all that sort of thing. There's lots, but you need to sit down and sort of brain dump it really if you're really stuck for content. Now, call to action. Every email should have at least one strong, clear call to action. So going back to what I said earlier, you need to have a purpose for your email. The purpose is to get the reader to do something, whether it's to buy something, go to your website, or whatever. So don't have multiple calls to action. Tempting as it is, a confused mind never buys. So don't have lots. Just you want somebody to do one thing. So if you're writing blogs and sharing blogs, that's your call to action. Write your main content above the fold. That means basically if you've got an A4 sheet of paper and you fold it in half, write the main content at the top with a call to action just underneath. So it's the first thing that people see. Anything they read after that is a bonus, quite frankly. So this is an example, just quickly, of one that I used to send out. Actually, I still use this with Ladies Who Latte. When I used this format, it changed everything, and people came back and said how much better it was. So it basically just tells you on the left when the next meeting is, and the booking button is right there for people to book. Really quick and easy. Power words. I could talk about these forever, but they're basically words that trigger a psychological response, and you want to be using these where you can on your call to action. It's around again. So they're short verbs that can convey emotion. They can be persuasive. They can encourage people to do things. I mean, you're not trying to manipulate people. This is all, stuff that people do in business. Use words that fit your business, your audience, and your purpose. Don't try and be something that you're not. But you just want to move people forward, get them to take that specific action that you're looking for. So here's a few examples. If it's an event, then book your place now. Just instills a little bit of urgency. That's very simple. Like us on Facebook. Get us to work. Let's work together. Makes you feel sort of inclusive. So if you're a coach, that's quite a nice way to do things. And claiming a free trial, if that's what you're offering, using the word claim implies that the offer might not be around for very long. So again, it instills a sense of urgency without sounding too spammy, if you like. Oh, tags. This is something people have a lot of problem with getting their head around. And I could talk about it for ages, but the easiest way for me to explain it to you is if you're a fruit seller and you sell apples and oranges, if you've got people who like apples but don't like oranges and vice versa, you don't want to send out apple emails to your orange people. So tag them in your list. So you've got a list that clearly states who likes apples and who likes oranges. When your newest apple comes in and you want to send it out to the people who like apples, you can just pick up that tag, send it to them, and they don't get anything about oranges. If you don't do that, the chances are the people who like oranges and don't like apples are going to think, oh my God, she doesn't know me. He doesn't know me. Why am I getting this? I'm just going to unsubscribe. And that's it. You've potentially lost.
Got 1 minute, Sam.
Oh my God. See, told you I could talk forever. I can send this out as a PDF if it helps. So this is fortunately, I think, my final one. Basically, make sure you've got a responsive design. Most of your email marketing software will have that, but bear in mind, most people read emails on mobile devices, so you want to make sure it works properly. Keep lots of white space in there, it makes it easy to read. Don't make it image heavy, because that can make things slow to load. You don't know what people's internet is like at home. Again, ensure you've got an eye-catching subject line. If you can, segment your emails, add your social follow buttons. Don't add loads, because no one's going to sit and click through all of them. Believe me, they just don't. Maybe 2 or 3. And if you do that, make sure that your social media is actually up to date, because there's nothing worse than sending somebody to something and then it's just not even relevant. And finally, use your reports. Check your click-through rate, check your unsubscribe rate and your conversion rate, because that matters and it helps you develop future campaigns. Blimey, that's the first time I've gotten that so quick. So finally, if email marketing fills you with absolute dread, let me and my team do it for you. Thank you.